What's up, fellas? Welcome back to my channel. Glad you guys stopped back in to see what I'm doing. If you can't already tell by the scenery behind me and all the leaves that's on the ground, yeah, it's definitely fall here in Kentucky. The hills, the trees, they're changing colors, yellows, oranges, all different kinds of bright colors just are popping everywhere. The leaves are falling. It's been a little bit windy this morning. There's just leaves everywhere, all over the ground. So yeah, it's that time of the year. Kentucky is absolutely beautiful in the fall. If you guys never seen Kentucky, anyone watching this video not been to Eastern Kentucky, come on out here and give it a look. You'll be amazed at the scenery out here. All right, fellas. To be honest, this is not the video that I had worked on yesterday. Early yesterday morning, I started working on my Hisun here to put to do all the rewiring to the light bars, to my rear pod lights, and to put the 6-switch rocker box in under the dashboard. Worked on it all day long because it's a little bit complicated. I wouldn't say really complicated, but you know, it's time consuming. So I worked on it to maybe 4 or 5 o'clock yesterday evening. Went in to edit the video because I wanted to get this video out, you know, last night. But I got a SD card error. Lost, I think, 25 video clips. Could not retrieve any of it. It was all gone. And I didn't want to leave you guys hanging because, you know, some of you guys, I think maybe, just maybe, enjoy watching some of my videos. I know they're not the best. They're mediocre at best. But it's been about 3 weeks since I put a video out, and I really wanted to get one out there. So this is not the video I had planned, but this is the video that I got. And what I'm going to do is just kind of quickly go over everything that I did to put the rocker box in under the dash, all the wiring that I had to do. And yeah, that's about it. So that's where we're at, guys. All right, fellas, here's the main attraction here. This is a 6-gang underdash rocker box. I got this guy from Amazon. He was around 22 bucks. You know, they make all different kinds of them on there. Different companies make them. I just recommend getting the cheapest one because basically they're all the same thing. It is advertised to be waterproof. I don't know that. Not really tested that part of it out yet. So that remains to be seen if it is waterproof. It comes with a mounting bracket. The good thing about this is why I went with this. I do not like cutting on my dash. I could have got some kind of flush mount deal and possibly put it up here somewhere in the dash, you know, just cut holes in the dash for my toggle switches. I really don't like cutting into the dash. This side-by-side still looks pretty good. I don't really want to cut it up any. So with this, you just got a little mounting bracket. You got 2 little screws that hold the mounting bracket up. And this rocker box, it has these little adjustment knobs on each side. You can slide it back and forth, adjust it. You know, you can tuck it back under the dash a little bit if you want to, or bring it up a little bit farther out, which is basically how I have this one. It is a 2-circuit box. It has a left and a right circuit. Each one is a 20 amp circuit, and it does come with its own 20 amp fuses. All the wiring is color coordinated here. Hooking this up is super simple. You know, the video that I was doing yesterday, I actually went through step by step each wire that I hooked up. Show you fellas, but unfortunately I lost all that, so this is the best I can do. But basically you just have a red wire from each circuit. So it's 2 red wires. You hook that into your battery. You have the black wire, 1 black wire coming off the back of the box here. You just ground that to the body or straight to the negative on the battery. The good thing about this is it is a 6-switch toggle box. I have 3 lights on it right now. I have my front light bar, my rear pod lights, and my roof rack light bar hooked into this. And that leaves me 3 additional switches for future accessories. If I want to hook that up, I already have the switches here. As you can see, here's the 3 extra wires to hook up other accessories. I just got them zip tied and taped up here out of the way. One thing is, when you hook this up, you have this little power light right here, this little blue light. It will stay on all the time. And, you know, it's been on ever since I hooked this up. It was on overnight. Did not drain my battery any. So it's such a minuscule amount of power that it draws. It really does not affect your battery. At least, in my opinion, it doesn't. All right, fellas, moving out to the battery box now. And let me tell you, and you guys will probably know exactly what I'm talking about if you own one of these types of machines, the 500 or the 700, is these battery box covers I cannot stand. I don't know why they designed it this way. I mean, the box is okay. It's not exactly waterproof. They do get water in them. But my biggest complaint is these stupid little wing nut deals holding the battery cover on. See them here. So easy. They got nuts on the bottom of them. So easy to lose the nuts down on the ground. I mean, I've done that a couple of times. Luckily found them. Why in the world they did not put some kind of spring clip type deal where you can just pop it off like in a car or truck? I don't know. But yeah, I cannot stand these little wing nuts. Comment. All right, fellas, 1 hour later, we got this piss poor design cover off of here. Take a look in the battery box. See, it's starting to look like a mess in here. There's just wires running everywhere. But anyways, here's the relay. This is for the rear pod lights. The rear pod lights that I have on here, they are a Nylite brand. So they came with a pretty decent wiring harness and came with its own relay. Everything already hooked up and ready to go. You just have to hook up the power and the ground and the relay wire. And that's all you got to do to that. My front light bar on my front bumper. It's a little bit cheaper light bar. Got it off of Amazon. I think it's an Oedro brand. I gave something like 30 bucks for it. It came with a fairly decent wiring harness and a relay. But now, if you look up here, this is a 38-inch light bar. It was fairly cheap. I got this one on a clearance sale at Rural King. It had been discontinued. It's the only one they had. I've had it for like maybe 6 months now. Didn't really have anywhere to mount it until I put this roof rack on, and then gave me a really good spot to mount this light bar to, right to the to this metal roof rack. It did not come with any kind of wiring harness. It just came with the little, I can get up here and show you guys. Just got the little pigtail on it. It's got a red wire and a black wire, power wire and a ground wire coming off of it. I did have to order some 12 gauge wire. Got that off of Amazon too. This is the wiring right here. I think I got a 50-foot roll of it for like 18 bucks. It's actually really good wiring. It strips really easy, peels really easy. It's good heavy duty wire. Anyways, as you can see from the roof rack, I just ran the wire down around the roll cage bar here, this front pillar. It's kind of tucked it in around the little Velcro buckles that hold the front windshield in. Later on, I am going to get some of the plastic wire loom and put over this wire to protect it a little bit better and just make it look a little bit neater. But all that's run straight into the battery box. Here's the positive side. All of these has a fusible link on them. This is the power wire that runs my roof rack light bar. I did add a 20 amp fuse to hit. Hold on guys, my camera's kind of screwing up on me again. Been having issues with this GoPro. I don't know what's going on with it. Anyways, I did add a 20 amp fusible link to it, and I did use, and I highly recommend this instead of just taping your wires up with, electrical tape, the black tape. Get you some of the heat shrink tape, or heat shrink, the little sleeves that you can slide over the wire. Just take a cigarette lighter, a torch, anything like that, just heat it up. It will shrink around the connection and make it watertight, waterproof. Did that right here. So yeah, anytime you have a connection where you have two wires coming together, try to use the shrink tubing for that connection. It will just last a lot longer. And back here under the dash, to point out about the shrink tubing, all these connections right here, they have shrink tubing on them as well to make it waterproof. I can't recommend enough to not use black tape on it. I mean, you can in a pinch, if you want to simplify things a little bit more, but all your connections, you should use the shrink tubing on it. And one other thing, fellas, any of the wiring that you do, any of the wiring that you run, like this black wire right here, this runs to my front bumper light bar. I have it zip tied up to the frame. Any kind of loose wiring, make sure you zip tie it up so it's not like, flip-flopping around in there loose, get hung up on something, maybe catch something hot, maybe burn a wire in two. Here's my wiring bundle for all my lights right here. I have them zip tied together. This is the wiring that goes to my roof rack light bar. You can see it runs all the way across this front part of the frame right here. I have it zip tied up out of the way so it doesn't snag on anything. It's not just hanging down there loose. So yeah, all your wiring, make sure that you zip tie up everything, get it up out of the way so that you don't have any problems there. Now the color of these this box here, as you can see with the power light, it lights up blue. It has a blue LED. All the switches light up blue, which is kind of cool. I really wanted something that lights up green, and kind of have a preference for green, but I could not find any of the rocker boxes or the underdash type boxes that had the green LED lights. They were either blue or red, so I went with the blue. I think it's pretty cool. I just got to take a second here to show you guys what an absolutely beautiful day it is. Absolutely gorgeous day here in Kentucky. See the leaves falling? Wow. An amazing day. I love fall. My favorite time of the year. Fellas, I just want to take a few moments here to thank you fellas for helping me hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. I finally did it about a month ago. I'm over the 1,000 sub mark now. It was a personal goal of mine at the beginning of summer of this year to try to hit 1,000 subscribers before summer was over. And hey, I did it, and it's all because of you fellas. Y'all out there supported me, even with my mediocre, half-ass videos that I do. I know I don't put them out on a regular basis. I'm pretty busy every day. When I get a little bit of free time, I like to do stuff like this. It's kind of a hobby right now, but it's trying to turn into something a little bit more. I'm trying to get better at making these videos. I know I keep saying that in every video, but it is true. I mean that with all my heart. I'm trying to make better videos. I love doing this stuff. It's actually really fun for me to do. It's just really a really fun activity to do. But You guys helped me out a lot. You fellas helped me out a great deal by hitting that like button, by leaving me comments, some really cool comments too. And you know, a lot of YouTubers, they get hate mail, or I would say hateful comments, derogatory comments, but I've really not gotten that. So I try to be respectful to everyone. I try to leave politics out of stuff. But what I'm getting at is here, again, just thank you fellas for helping me get to the 1,000 sub mark. I think I'm at like maybe 1,062 right now. It's opened up a lot of doors for me, and it can only get better from here out, or from here on out. I don't know what else to say. Just thank you guys for hanging in there and watching these videos. I really did not think that I could ever reach 1,000 subscribers, but I did with y'all's help. And hey, it means a lot to me. It means you just don't know how much it means to me. It was a personal goal, and I'm kind of OCD about things. So if I set out to do something, I try my best, my hardest to accomplish what I set out to do. Sometimes it ends in failure. You know, you just got to keep going on. And I just really didn't think I could do this, but I made it to 1,000. Thank you guys. I mean, that's all I can say. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, and don't forget, keep hitting that subscribe button, keep hitting that like button, and keep the comments coming. Later, guys.